talent here?
Yeah, there's talent. Yeah, I see improvement every day.
Really?
Yeah. That's good. Gonna go for future Mike Tysons and Muhammad Ali's. I started boxing 4 years back. I live in the inner city, so I usually see most of the bad stuff happening in the city, like drugs, gang fights, all of those bad stuff that happen in the inner city. So I decided that I have to stay away from those things and become a better person and take a step forward and become maybe a boxer. And my friend introduced me to Fight with Insight.
Sherry, good morning.
Good morning.
Tell us please about the work that you do here at Fight with Insight.
Fight with Insight is an open access boxing gym. Open access meaning that it is for anyone and everyone is welcome to come and train here. And at the same time, by attracting them through boxing, we expose them to a whole range of other services based on what they need. Some of the big needs have been nutrition, literacy, and just general good role modeling.
Karen, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks so much, Capello.
When I was reading up about your organization, Community Hours SA, the words really jumped out off the page because I felt this is exactly what we need. Somebody who facilitates and helps people plug into, their community service and serve in places that they actually enjoy. How did this come about?
It is compulsory for learners under the IEB curriculum to do 10 hours of community service for their LO portfolio, for matric. And we find many of the schools that we deal with see the benefit of learning outside of the classroom. And they require their learners to do anything from 12 to 24 hours per year. What we were finding is that teenagers, they're a wonderful resource. They're passionate and they're really engaged, but they weren't enjoying community service and they were seeing it as a punishment. So we thought if we could turn things around and really offer out-of-the-box volunteering opportunities and also harness the skills and talents of teenagers and match those to organizations, that they would see community service much less as a punishment and rather as something sustainable and carry on doing.
My role within the Community Hours umbrella, if I can put it that way, is really to engage with corporate clients. So what we're doing is we are creating opportunities for corporate clients to investigate how to engage with their employees, first of all, because we really believe that it creates conversations amongst the teams of people that work together, and therefore creating that kind of a cohesion. But what we're also doing is engaging with the communities that they would like to reach out to, but often feel that they just don't have the resources to identify are these organizations accredited? Does it align with our CSI footprint? The kinds of things which resonate with the companies, we are charged to finding that marriage, putting people together, and hopefully engendering a spirit which says, if the CEO can do it, then I can do it too.
Today we're at Kingsmead for Goodwill Day. And basically, a lot of cool stuff is happening here today. Fight with Insight are doing their thing right now. I'm actually pretty late.
You guys are in partnership with Kingsmead College. Is there benefit to the kids from interacting with both sexes?
Kingsmead College was actually introduced to us through Community Hours SA, which is one of our biggest supporters and partners in providing the services that we have here. They have pretty much filled our whole library and provided textbooks to many of the children that are in school. They make sandwiches every week, which we have here at the gym. They give us clothes, shoes, training stuff for the kids to train in.
The girls don't box?
They do.
Oh.
Whenever they donate this stuff, they come through and they have a boxing session at the gym where they learn how to box from the boys. They get a skill in return for their own skills and services.
One young boy went and volunteered at the Central Methodist Church. And he said, I helped the learners with their maths and science, obviously something he was very good at. And they helped me with my Zulu pronunciation for my essay. Okay. And where we're finding there's a skills exchange and teens are finding value in doing something, there definitely it makes it very sustainable and kids are wanting to do it, which for us is very exciting.
This is a good grade 9 book, this one over here. It's Romeo and Juliet. It's one of my favorite ones. And it's a romance one.
Do they fight in here? Do they have a boxing?
Well, there is a sword fight in here.
Oh.
And it's basically between Juliet's cousin and Romeo.
I wanted to get more involved into the community. I am a person who I think I stick a lot to my comfort zone and I stick with the things that I'm comfortable with. So for this, it's just been a very big growing experience. I've been doing things that I never would have done if not through the community hours and the requirements.
I was fortunate enough to be put onto the committee that was all about helping others. So it started off in schools where we would go as this committee and we would come up with ideas for projects and everything. And that then basically gave me an idea of what I wanted to do. Was I wanted to help the community because I saw they didn't have as much as what I had.
I signed up for community hours because I really love doing community service. I've been brought up in a home where community service is a really big part of our lives.
At Kingsmead, service is so important. It's such a huge aspect, and that's why we're so grateful for Community Hours SA. It gives us such an opportunity to learn about different charities and different organizations and to really just get involved.
I just really love doing community service and reminding other people that it's really important to do that.
The intention is to drive a point home about the importance of community service and playing your part in our communities. Like, why do you think it's important for us to play our part?
Social cohesion is one of the most important things, where children from very different backgrounds are able to come together and volunteer, which is a common interest, and learn from each other. We've seen a huge movement towards family-friendly volunteering opportunities. And parents started to say, well, we think it's very important in terms of role modelling for us to take our children and let them volunteer. So we now offer numerous family-friendly volunteering opportunities, which have been very successful.
And the benefits must be
Huge.
amazing. Yeah.
Absolutely, because you're spending quality time with your family. You are meeting other families who obviously have the same ethos and the same moral compass as you. You're showing your children how important it is to serve and to be servant leaders. The benefits for you as a volunteer are huge. We've seen that there are health benefits, there's psychological benefits. You have the giver's glow, and that's really something that comes out of volunteering. And in so doing, I really believe we can take South Africa forward.